Ooh, get off the stage. Get to the point, bro. Get to the point, bro. For now on, when I see comments I like, I'm gonna say that in the beginning of the video. Damn, I'm woofing, boy. I'm out on one of my favorite places to walk, do my shaka walk. So you see the topic of the video. You already know how I get down. Keep it coming, bro. Keep the videos coming. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love and support, by the way. I see every one of y'all comments. You have to understand something, especially for my men that are young, confused, bewildered, unsure about themselves. You have to understand something. You're gold right now. I don't care if you ain't got no money. I don't care if you got no girl. I don't care if you got no kids, or maybe you got, one kid, or, you made a few mistakes, baby mamas. You can clean that up a little bit, but, it's going to make your life a little harder and a little bit more stressful. Oh, it's kind of, the wind is blowing. I hope y'all can still hear me. But basically, what I want to say is, there's three things you need to treat like gold. Hell, you need to treat it like diamond. You need to treat it like diamond. And I'm going to tell you what that is. First thing is your self-respect. You have to treat your self-respect like gold. What you mean? Don't deal with a woman's attitude. If you are being nice and kind and you're chilling, but she is a button pusher, sharp mouth, sharp tongue, snarky, face balled up, right? You like her, so she's attractive. That's why you're hanging out with her, right? But she playing with you. She playing games with you, right? You need to learn when to walk away. Your self-respect is diamond. Your attention is diamonds. Okay? And those things are valuable, and they make you, and they can break you too, because walking away is hard sometimes. Like, if you really like a chick and you was hoping and you was dating, idealistically, you're like, damn, man, she would be wifey. But she got this mouth, she got this attitude, she wants everything her way, one-sided, she's spoiled, stingy, unfair, you know what I mean, playing games. Just walk away. There's somebody else that's looking for you with a smile. Okay? Number two, you have to treat your, like, for you, there was a study that showed that like 20% of the men 20% of black men is really making 80% of the kids out here. Black men, I need y'all to treat y'all semen like gold, like diamonds. Like, I get it. We all like raw sex. No one gets turned on by a condom, right? But you gotta understand something. Like, when you put your seed into a chick, you now gave her the power. You gave her the power. What does that mean? So if you're married and you did things in order, it's a little harder to leave, right? Because y'all got kids involved, right? If you are y'all not married, right? And she takes you to child support court. Now the child support court is now have power. Now they got you, right? Or let's just say not even kids happen. You're sleeping with a woman, you don't know where she might have been. It's not that you got this immaculate game and you the first one to ever penetrate without a condom, right? So now you're putting yourself in danger of catching something. All right, get your freak on. That's cool. I'm all for that. Honestly, women, I don't have a problem with women that are promiscuous. I don't have a problem with women that are, you know, like if you get down and you do what you do, you single. I wouldn't call a girl a hoe unless I would call a girl a hoe if you cheat on your man. You know what I'm saying? But if you single, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to sleep with a man every day, that's on you. Have fun. You know, I ain't really judging. But my thing is, use a goddamn condom, my nigga. Because now you giving her the power. If she's making you a parent when you don't want to be one. Guess who got the power? She do. She's telling you, marry me or I'm taking your child. You giving her the power. You telling her, you know what I mean? You are, okay, I don't want to marry. Okay, I'll put you on child support. You giving her the power. Why do you think I got to this big age, 37, about to be 38, and I ain't got no kids? Because I didn't want to give that chick the power. Now, I've had some pregnancy scares. I've slipped up. Hell, I've had some girls be like, you know, I'm not sure, you know, I'm going to take the abortion pill or whatever. Fine, cool. But for the most part, I don't really play that game. You know, I've done it when I was in a relationship and my girlfriend was on birth control or something like that. But that's about it. I didn't play that game with no random chick. She can make you a parent when you don't want to. So your semen is gold. It's diamonds. You need to treat it like that. You can't just hand it out like that. Put it in a condom, flush it down the toilet, or throw it in the trash and wrap it up. I don't know, burn it in hot sauce like Drake do. Do something. Don't just let that chick, you know. Now, if she go in there and grab your condom and, you know, take your semen and all that, then, hey, that sucks. It is what it is. She got you, you know. If she poked holes in the condom and gave you it, she got you. You know what I'm saying? So, but most women aren't doing that unless you're like NFL or baller or NBA player or, you know what I mean? Like, that trapping situation only happens to men that are really known and really rich. All right. So let's recap for a second because I got ADHD. Self-respect, semen. There was something else I wanted to say. I think y'all got the part of your time is gold. Your time is valuable. I think y'all get that part because not too many guys are wasting their time with women anymore, going on dates or doing too much if they're not sure. But that's really what I wanted to say. If you do these things, all right, that's what I was going to say. Your resources. I'm sorry, I remember now. And I think you guys get it. Your time and your resources. Even if you ain't got a lot of resources, maybe you have a lot of time. If you ain't got a lot of time, you ain't got maybe you ain't got a lot of resources. Goddamn, I'm walking. Maybe you ain't got a lot of resources, but you got a lot of time. Maybe you ain't got a lot of time, but you got a lot of resources. Whatever, right? Those things are both gold. They're diamonds. So that means when you just give it to her just because she's cute, she's not going to be valued. Just keeping it real. It's not going to be valued. She's going to look at it like, oh, all right, I just deserve that. They're not interested in your grind, your journey. They're not interested in how you got it. They're not interested in how the long sleepless nights. They're not interested in none of that shit. I was just watching a Kendra G video, and some girl said that she was real recent. I'm an educator. She's from Texas. And she didn't want to say what she did, but my guess is, you know, my HR reading skills would say she's somewhere superintendent or principal, someone that does very well. She said in her interview with Kendra, I want somebody pretty much already there. If you're on Burger King, if you're at Burger King or McDonald's and you're on fries, that's not for me. I'm not a gold digger, but I ain't messing with no, you know what I mean? You know the rest. So, this is another thing. Your journey as a man is diamonds. Because that mean, what does that mean? You're paying attention. So you're working on your grind right now. You still stay with your peoples. You rent a room. You live in a studio apartment. You got a beat up car. You know, whatever you think that is making you less valuable to women. That's part of the journey. But when you make it, when you start to have power from your fruits of labor, you'll understand, like, damn, I used to be in that scenario. I used to be that guy that was working on myself, right? You'll understand that. But the problem is, be mindful, because there's going to be a lot of, listen, you remember who won the Super Bowl, right? But do you remember who lost the Super Bowl? They want who shines, not somebody that's grinds. They'll let you grind. You'll grind in the dark, and then they expect to share and benefit from your resources and your time when you shine in the light. That is valuable. You can't just give that or hand that over to anybody. You can't. All right. So if if you got a wife or whatever, and she been there for 10 years and she been there through bad, good, or indifferent, that's different, right? But I'm talking about you made it. I'm talking about you made it at the end. That's the one you got to be mindful of. Because you're going to be like, well, damn, why is she here? You know why she's here. So be mindful of that. All right? Listen, when I was a fat dude in high school, nobody said shit to me. Then when I graduated and I got my ass in shape and did what I need to do, now they wanted to talk. The women are like, damn, he looks so different now. That's just how it works. Hello. How you doing, gorgeous? My bad, I got distracted. Anyway, my thing is this, right? You have to understand that there is a different from when you make it versus when you're still in your journey. And y'all have to be able to have to know the difference, because there's going to be a lot of them that are going to be looking to, share your light. Damn, he made it. That's what's up. Oh my God, I'm about to run it up, girl. He got a nice car. He got a nice crib. Girl, I got me one. But 10, 15 years ago, when you was working security overnight, 10, 15 years ago, when you was working at Burger King, when you was in the warehouse, when you was just a cubicle guy in the customer service, when you was working on an engineering degree and you barely had lunch money, get money to get lunch in between classes, when you were on the trash truck, when you were working on your CDL, when you were in HVAC class, when you were in plumbing class, when you were in electrician class, when you were starting your YouTube with 12 subscribers, now you got 12,000 subscribers. When you was working on that business, you had 12 customers. Now you got 1,200 customers, right? When you was sacrificing, you wasn't going out to the club. You was working. You was doing. They thought you was a square, right? All those things during your journey, you got moved to the side, played to the left. They didn't believe in you. Wasn't interested, right? Listen, you need to understand that. You need to see who is coming at the end. So let's do a recap class, and then we're going to end, right? Your self-respect. Don't let no chick play with you. You ain't got to be toxic. Just walk away. Your semen is gold. Don't just be nutting in every goddamn thing. She take you to child support court, or she tell you marry me or you won't see your child. Now you gave her the power. And then your time, resources, and your journey. All right? You make it 17. $17,000 a year right now, and now she don't want to talk, and now and then you making $170,000 a year, and now she want to talk. Move on, move along, move around. Look for genuine connection, and when you make it, be mindful, because you will make it. It may take 10 years, may take 15 years, but you will be something greater than when you were in this year. All right? In 2006, I would have never thought my life would have looked like this. Never. I was probably I barely was, I wasn't sure if I was going to go to school. Now, I wasn't a fuck up, but I wasn't nothing special either. I was a fat kid from Trenton. You know, nobody gave a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? Except for, ones close to me. But, I had a regular life. I had a minimal, besides my dad in my life. He was, and my friends and stuff like that. Nobody gave a fuck about me, right? My mom, my parents, were separated. But my point is this. No one would have thought, out of all the people, probably in the graduating class, damn, Sam didn't go to jail. He didn't end up a fucking serial baby daddy. He got his master's degree. He's smart. He got his ass in shape. They would have never thought 20 years later, damn, he turned out pretty fucking solid. That's how it is. And and listen, it ain't butthurt, it ain't frustration, it ain't revenge of the nerds or no shit like that. It's just that nigga I got tired of getting my head beat in by life, so I did something about it. You know what I'm saying? And you can too. Because you're gold and your semen is diamonds.